Good morning, guys. It's Monday. It's a little less chaotic this morning because last night, so Brackston started a new job. And so last night, it was like 7:30 and he went to bed because he has to get up at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning to go to work. And it just depends on the day and like what his load is. And I know this is all super distracting. It's okay, this is my fall and winter project, just to clean this up and go through it. But I went ahead and did some prep work last night where like I cleaned the kitchen up, I did the dishes, I made bread for this week. I just did like a bunch of stuff. I made like egg salad, I made hard-boiled eggs, like I did a bunch of stuff to get myself ready for this morning so that when I woke up, I was gonna be like in a good place and in a good mood. There's rice all over the floor in here because somebody spilt rice. Anyways, so today I am just gonna kind of take you along for like, I'm gonna do some more food prep today for this week. I'm gonna like do some meal planning. We have started a new routine and a schedule just to kind of balance out who's doing what farm chores and whatnot. We've just made some changes because I kind of was hesitant to beforehand because my husband was searching for a new job and I knew that like whatever goes on with his work schedule really dictates what I do with my schedule, because it determines like what time I wake up in the morning. It just determines a lot of things because, you know, a non-negotiable for me is that I'm going to get up and I'm going to pack his lunch, I'm going to pack his breakfast, I'm going to get his drinks ready while he gets ready for work. That is just something that I have done for pretty much as long as we've been married. Especially, well, like when he was in the military, I would get up and make him breakfast, but he would come home for lunch, and I would make lunch. And so it's just something that I want to do because I want to do it. And not everybody feels that way, but that's a non-negotiable for me. So I have to like plan like my mornings around that fact. And so, like the first things that my kids are doing when they're getting up in the morning is they're going outside and they're doing animal chores. I actually, I am a part of Carolyn Thomas's homestead membership thing. I'll link what it's actually called down here because I can't think of it off the top of my head. But in her membership, she did like a home management course for homesteaders, and like that was kind of this disconnect that I have been having, is like bridging like what I know about home management versus what I'm learning about homestead management, and it merged the two together to where I finally felt like I wasn't like paralyzed with decision fatigue. And I actually feel like I can hit the ground running now, which I needed, because like in a previous season of life, I loved Large Family Logistics by Kim Brenneman, I think is her last name. I loved that, but it just doesn't fit with a homestead lifestyle. It's like for people who live in town. And, you know, that's not to say that it's not a great book. It's just the things that I have to do managing a homestead, because the reality is, this last week, Nikolai worked 115 hours because he's in harvest, because he still works where my husband used to work. My husband worked 60 to 70 hours this last week. So a lot of the homestead management right now does fall on me and the kids. And so I need to juggle that along with homeschooling and keeping the house clean and keeping up with laundry and like all the things. So I felt really empowered by that course. And yeah, so right now, if you're wondering why I'm downstairs in my basement, it's because I brought my roaster pan down here. I like to once a week come down here and just fill this up with various kinds of meat. Lisa Bass from Farmhouse on Boone talked about that in one of her YouTube videos, and it was just like really life-changing for me because I'm an ingredients household. I can make a lot of things out of a lot of different ingredients, and I don't always like to be strict with my meal plan. I'm forcing myself to be a little more strict with my breakfast and lunch meal plan just for my sanity. But I like coming down here to my freezers and just opening it up and grabbing cuts of meat that just sound good. I did order half of a beef. We're supposed to be getting it in November because if you look in here, our beef is getting a little low. So like I've got some ground beef down here. Those are actually pork patties. I still have several roasts, so I'll probably do some roast this week. And I still have quite a bit of steaks, and I have short ribs, but my ground beef supply is getting extremely low. So I went ahead and ordered half of a beef because it is the most economical option. And yeah, so I ordered half a beef. It's supposed to come next month. This freezer, we have like a lot of chicken in. Oh, I think this is somebody had left the freezer cracked a little bit, and it made the blueberries melt because they were in the door, which is super annoying. But anyways, so I'm just gonna grab like several cuts of meat, put them in that pan, and then they just slowly thaw out through the week. And then I just kind of pick what we're gonna have for dinner that night. Okay, here's what I grabbed. I grabbed 3 things of ground beef, so that's like 1.5 pounds right there. I grabbed 2 chuck roasts. I grabbed some ribeye steaks and some New York strip steaks. I got some chicken legs for a lunch. I grabbed some chicken breasts, and then I also grabbed some butter for baking. And then while I'm down here, I'm also going to grab a bag of potatoes so that I can throw those in the crock pot this morning, just because I like to have potatoes in the fridge that are already cooked off and baked, because like we'll do like a baked potato bar for a lunch, and then we also make like hash browns and breakfast potatoes out of those. So I wonder if I need to grab anything else. Let's see. I don't think so. I think everything else I can pretty much grab when we need it that day. I can't see anything else that I need on hand today. Okay, I was wrong. I need beef broth because I'm going to throw these chuck roasts in the crock pot, even though they're frozen, and I'm going to cook them all day, and I'll make mashed potatoes later. Okay, I've got my 2 chuck roasts. I'm going to throw them in this crock pot. I'm going to mix beef broth. Ooh, I should probably turn a light on for you. There you go. I'm going to do beef broth, and then I'm also going to do onion soup mix, and it's an Italian seasoning mix from Azure that I'm going to put on this, and then I'm just going to let it cook all day. You're out of apple cider? Yep. Okay. No. He can do the silverware.
Yeah, you can do the silverware, but I'm not there yet.
Okay, don't touch that knife, okay?
Excuse me, Josh. It's that silver knife. What smells like onions? It's like French onions. I'm not. Joshua.
Because you need to calm down.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Syril.
Bottle. Oh, bottle. Mom, bottles.
Yeah, spiders.
No, bottle.
Tomato.
Mano.
Uh-oh.
Mano. Hey.
Say good morning. Who's on your shirt? Who is that? Is it Baby Yoda?
Oh, I do that.
Yeah, Yoda's. Okay, here's what we're looking like. Here's what we're looking like. I'm just gonna cook this on low for all day. Okay, we just got done with school. It is 11:45 at this point in time. It took us almost 2 hours to get through our schoolwork. The kids are still finishing like their worksheets and like all the work that they need to do individually, but my part, I did school with the toddlers. I did their letter and numbers stuff. And they also sat and listened in on our, we're doing a middle ages unit right now. And I am just coming in here and I'm kind of just moving these roasts around. They're completely thawed out now. I forget what time I started this. I want to say it was around 8, but they are completely thawed, and I just wanted to get them moved around so that they're getting in the juice and they're getting all that good flavor from the seasonings. I have a doctor's appointment this afternoon, like my annual woman's checkup, and so I need to take a shower and I need to get dressed and ready for that. And so it's 11:45. I did end up having to lay Syril down for a nap early because we did a little bit more screen time than we probably should have this last weekend. And so we've had a little bit of crazy wonky attitudes. So I'm actually going to, I'm gonna cut this sandwich bread. I'll cut into it earlier for Brackston for his lunch, but I made some tuna salad and then I have some egg salad, and so that's what the kids are gonna have for lunch. And if they don't want that, then they can have like turkey on their sandwich, is what I'm gonna do for lunch. And then once they're eating and they're finishing their individual work, I'm gonna jump in the shower and get ready to go to town. I think I'm gonna go to Sam's Club real quick while I'm in town because I need to get diapers and baby wipes and toilet paper and like a few household items that I can't do that when I do my once a month grocery shopping. And I also want to see if they have the overnight oats, because I bought these at Costco and Brackston really likes them. And he's not fully convinced that I could recreate those as flavorful as they are, and he's probably right. So I'm gonna look at Sam's Club, because Costco's the opposite direction. I'm going to my hometown for my doctor's appointment, so that's what we're doing now. Okay, so the kids and I, well, Lucas, Josh, and I, we went and got my Azure order. And the Azure pickup order is about 20 minutes away from where we get our raw milk, which is an hour away from our home. So I'm going to show you what I got there before I go in, and then I'll show you what I got from the Azure, because we need to put all this stuff straight into the to the fridge. Okay, so we got 8 gallons of raw milk. And then I got this box where I got some ground beef to hold me over until we get our beef next month. I got some regular pork sausage. And then I also got Italian sausage. I got a pork loin that we can cut up into pork chops. I got a pork shoulder to make some carnitas. I got 2 things of bacon because I'm thinking about ordering a half a pig through them. So I went ahead and grabbed that. It was like $8 a pound for this. I got some heavy cream, 2 of those, and then I got a chocolate milk for my boys. And then I got some sour cream because this is made with the milk. So this place uses the milk from Kilgus to make these. So I got, and it doesn't have carrageenan or anything like that in it. So, and it's like $3 for this. So I'm just going to start buying this there because I don't do great with the stuff that I get from Azure. So I'm just going to buy it there. So I got a sour cream. There's milk over here, Lucas, so you can grab. And then I also noticed they've had this every time that I'm there. I just never look at it. So they have yogurt too that has no carrageenan in it. And it also has no food dyes. So they use red beet extract and then strawberry flavoring. So I got 2 of these strawberry yogurts. And then I also got 2 of the blueberry. And then I'll make some granola today for that. And then I got a thing of buttermilk. I'll make some biscuits. And that was it for going to Kilgus is where we get our milk and stuff from. And my total there was $200, but I also got the boys ice cream. Okay, so I'm back inside and now I can show you the Azure haul.
Okay.
So I got a jar of honey. This I was actually looking while I was at Kilgus because they had a big jar of honey and it's local honey, but it was like $25 more than what this costs, so I will keep buying that. I got some Castile soap to make like some all-purpose cleaning solution. And then last month I bought gallon jars and I forgot the lids, so I got the lids to do those. And I got some lemon pepper seasoning to make some like lemon pepper chicken. Yeah, you got a chocolate milk to enjoy, didn't you? Is it yummy? Is it good? Yes or no?
Yeah.
I know you want my cardigan. Hey, slow down. Is your chocolate milk yummy? Okay, good. Okay. Because I got the lemon pepper rotisserie chicken at Walmart. It was really yummy. And yeah. I got this, it got dented, but I got this 9-pound bucket of peanut butter, because like I'm going to make some granola and stuff and that requires that. So I saw that Azure has honey granules, so I want to try that for the kids to use for tea instead of my actual honey. I got 2 of these brown rice Krispies for granola. And then I got a 50-pound bag of cane sugar and a 25-pound bag of rolled oats. And that is it. So with that being said, that's going to end this video, guys. So I'll see you in the next one. I'll drop my Instagram handle down below. You can follow me over there. Drop me a comment. I try to make sure to respond to every comment and interact with you guys. So have a good one.